this is Sohini from Dabble Lab, and welcome to episode 7. And in this episode, we're gonna do fun stuff. So it's gonna be Firebase again, but it's just gonna be the Cloud Firestore this time. And there is one sad news that my internet is still not good. I couldn't find out the reason why it's not good, but it's just not good. And we might have frame drops today as well, but just forgive me. But before I get started, can anyone who's around, can you please confirm me if the audio and video is clear? Then I can get started. So yeah. And happy, it's Friday in my place, so happy Friday, happy last day of the weekend. And hi Praveen, hi Ankush, hi Brito. I'm so glad that you've joined, and I really hope that we'll be together by the end of the stream and we'll be dabbling around and geeking around, and we'll just find out some cool stuff today. Brito says yes. All right, thank you for confirming that, Brito. So I think we can begin without just wasting more time. So today we're gonna do the Firebase Cloud Firestore, and I think we've done the Firebase real-time database in the previous stream, and that was like we learned why we were using Firebase real-time database, but we didn't do more about, like, we didn't find out why we weren't using the Cloud Firestore and why this could be unique or why that could be unique. So we're gonna talk about that. So I think when we're, so let me just present my screen. I hope the screen is visible. So when I say the Firestore, Cloud Firestore, so it isn't like, it doesn't have a huge difference. So the difference is more like, okay, so firstly, let's understand why Cloud Firestore. Then we can go to the difference part. So I think Cloud Firestore could be useful when you just have to pass in documents. So when I mean documents, so I think we clearly understand that a set of data that has got too much of writing, or has too much of, or a page or a structure that has got too much of writing, has got too much of information, that's a document. So in terms of the Cloud Firestore, when I say document, I exactly mean that. So when you want to pass some loads and lots of information at one go, I think Cloud Firestore is a good option. But when talking about the real-time database, it's more like structured data, more like key value pairs, and more like JSON structure. So that's what the real-time Firebase, a real-time database was for Firebase. The names are so big, aren't they? Could have been smaller. Anyway, but the Cloud Firestore typically is great when you're trying to have something like a document sent in to your database, and yeah, and it's more like the NoSQL database. Both of them are like NoSQL, and both of them are cloud-based, but this one just looks more like a NoSQL database. It's got collections, it's got transactions, it's got all of this stuff. So yeah. Then we can move to why. So why the Cloud Firestore? Because it's used for. So now, not actually why, like, the differences from the real-time database. So when do we need to use the Cloud Firestore? So I think when you got a large database, you gotta do batched operations. You gotta do loads in one go. you want to pass in a lot of data just in one go, just as I said in the previous deck of card. So in the previous card, and then you got querying and sorting over the transactions and collections. I think then querying, then the cloud Firestore is good. So the speed for performing a query or just sorting the data out is a bit quicker in a in a cloud Firestore in comparative to a Firebase real-time database. And also it's a structured document, not a structured JSON tree. So when you want to look at a structured JSON tree, you can refer to the real-time database of Firebase. Else, if you're looking for a document, I think Cloud Firestore is the answer. And also you can perform frequent querying, just perform the queries frequently. Yes, I think these are the differences from that makes the cloud Firestore different from the real-time database, but both are good. So your question would be which one to use. So the answer to it is not like, oh, this is better, so you should use this. The answer is with respect to your application or server. It depends which one you're gonna use. It's totally with respect to the application you're building. With respect to the requirements, we're gonna do this. So yeah. And we're gonna learn the concept of service account today. So in the previous day, we did the real-time database. So we had the configuration file, which included all the secret keys, the URLs and stuff, and we used those in our in our Alexa skill. As an external application was the Alexa skill, so we just kept all the configuration files inside of our Alexa skill, and then we just binded it up in that manner. But today we're gonna use something called service account for Firestore with our Alexa skill. So I will maybe I should talk about the service account once we get to that point. So I just wanted to keep this in your mind so that you can just keep thinking. I will talk about the service account once we get started. So yeah, what's the benefit of integrating a cloud Firestore with Alexa? So I think the benefit remains the same for both the cases. So the benefit would be, normally we pass in data to a database using a visual or graphical interface where we gotta type, we gotta keep typing. But I think when we're using Alexa, it totally becomes it's like a voice architecture where you just pass in the data with your voice commands. You don't have to type it out, and you can just do it frequently every now and then, just without being a burden. So I think that's the only one and very strong benefit of using an Alexa skill as an external application with real-time databases. And of course, this is the benefit, but when you come to the utility, you got so many utilities. So the other day we created a mood bucket, and that could be, so someone commented on a video of mine, which mentioned that it could be used for a group consultation where people could just store their moods in a group, and that could be used to help them with their tough times. Someone could just go through the database and find out what's going on around with people and just help them out. So I just found that. So I think these are great utilities. There could be more which I can't think of, and that's why you all are here today, to share some of the use cases that you think could be amazing. And I would love to see some of the tweets today after the stream where you can write about one use case with the hashtag DabbleApp, and I will retweet that. And also, if you're liking the topic for today and this event that we're doing right now, this live stream, do not forget to hit a like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're new. So that's what I wanted to share in terms of presentation today. Do we have any questions? I guess we don't have any questions currently. So I am guessing that we are clear so far. Great. So now I would just get started with building this amazing skill and learning how to do it. And if you have any questions, you can let me know on the chats. Okay, so I think first to get started, we need to move to our, what's that, Alexa developer account, the developer console. And I would be using this repository today to, what's that, to bring the skill up. Here's it. Here's the link. You can use this if you are also building along with me today. And you can just use this and you can clone this repo and get started with me when I start. Or you can do it now even. Just wanted to share the reference. So I think the first thing that we're gonna do is go to our, what's that, Firebase console. Sorry for so many tabs. I was working on something today. So the first place where we're gonna go is the firebase.google.com. This is gonna be our step 1, and I'm hoping if you're building with me, then you gotta follow the steps. So I'm hoping that you're in, and once you're in, you have to just log into this website, and then you can just go to the console. And once you're in the console, you can see that this is going to be a bit similar to how we created the database the other day. But it's going to be a bit different because, as I said, we're going to be using the service account. So once you've opened this, then you get an option to create a project. So we're going to create a project. Let's say the name of the project would be Demo Cloud Firestore. Okay, so as I said the other day, we're gonna enable the analytics just in case it becomes useful, because you never know when what's gonna come up. So I'm gonna select an account. So it's gonna be the default account for Firebase, and I would create this. So normally this takes some time, but this is gonna be built up soon. So we can just wait for the time, and by the time we do this, if you have any question, you can let me know. So yeah. Okay, so I think the project is done, so I'm gonna hit on continue, and this is it. So I think I was quite clear on this the other day. So in case I just wanted to say that the project is not the database. So the project and database have got a huge difference. So this project that you create, this is just like a playground, and you can have multiple databases inside of this. So you can have a real-time database, you can have a cloud Firestore, or you can have too many real-time databases, or you can have too many cloud Firestore inside of this project. And if for each and every database and stuff, you're gonna get the different keys and all this stuff. I think my frames are dropping. Are they? Can anyone confirm if the frames are still dropping? My internet connection isn't good at all today, so I'm a bit confused. If there's anyone who's watching me, then if you can just tell me, if you can just let me know. If yeah, so I'm so sorry for this, because I got nothing to do. It's just the connector, the operator in my area is too bad. They won't listen to me. So okay, I will continue. I didn't see a response. I guess I got some. Erwin Thomas says, finally. All right, thank you so much. Well, I'm humble to everyone out there, and I'm always there to help you out. Technothirsty says it's good. All right, great, perfect. So once you've created the project, then you can go in and let's get to the Cloud Firestore. And this is gonna be the Firestore. So now we can see this in here. So what we're gonna do is hit on create database, and this is gonna be like, we're gonna start with production mode, and we don't need to make any edits in here. So what I'm gonna do is just hit on next. So it gives you a prompt for the location, so you can just select your desired location, but I'm okay with NAM5, which is US Central. It's not an issue. Oh, what's the issue? Let's find out. Not quite sure this happens ever. But yeah, we'll find out. This could be because of the network, or I'm not sure. Okay, it's setting up security rules, so maybe it's taking some time than normal. Great, so now we've got the Cloud Firestore enabled. It's set up. So what happens now is, so this is your, what's that, the parent, and then we're gonna get the collection. So you can create a collection of your own, or you can just, you know, like whatever third-party application you're using. That could be a web application, an iOS project, or an Android project, so that could use this database and send in data from that particular application to your this database, Cloud Firestore. So yeah, so I think we've done till this part. Now let's get back to our Alexa and create a skill that would just create this panel where you can send in data to your Cloud Firestore database. So for that, we're gonna follow the GitHub link that I just copy pasted on the chats below. So now what I'm gonna do is I'll hit on this and I will copy the code. I'll hit on create skill. So today what we're gonna do, let's say we're gonna build a skill that would, to whom I would say, I wanna go to America and eat, let's say, burger. So that's something that I wanna send to my database. So it will be like, what's that? Favorites, or what should be the name of the skill? Okay, let's keep it demo Firestore. I think that'll be great. Demo Firestore. And let's keep the language to be English, US, custom, and Alexa hosted Node.js, and we're gonna create the skill. So I'm not using the skilltemplates.com today because I don't know, for some issue I'm running into errors when I try to put this template to the skilltemplates.com, but I'm working on it, and I would find out a cure for that as well. Till then, do we have any questions in here? Anything, any question, any confusion, or any ideas, thoughts, anything? You can ask it right away. So I'm just trying to do all these stuff, and by the time I do, like, even if you have any ideas or thoughts, you can let me know, and we will try to evangelize that. Alrighty. And what's up with you people? How's it with your place? How's the weather at your place? I think summer's in here already in India. It's no longer winter. So yeah. I think this is deployed, and I have the code in here, and I can see the code now. Alright, so now you can find the template. So I will now go through how I built this, and then you can ask me any questions, and then we're gonna link this up with our database and see a demo, and then we're gonna wish each other goodbye for today. So the first thing that I did is I went to package.json, and this is the dependency that I used, this the Firebase admin. And after that, I went inside my index.js and I just required this Firebase admin inside of it. After downloading this package, this dependency in my package.json, and then I've linked up the credentials of my service account, which I'd be showing you today how to get this part. And then I initialized this database inside of a constant DB. And after that, this is the normal launch phrase that I've kept inside of the launch request handler. Then this is the input intent handler. So what I've done is I just created a these are the intents. I just created an input intent inside of which I have kept a bolt-on slot, which consists of the names of all the countries. So here what I'm gonna do is I would remove all of these, and I would say I wish to go to I'd travel to country and eat. So I would add a, what's that? First, let me put this in. I want to add another slot. So this slot is going to consist of the name of food. And this would be, there's another bolt-on. So the other day we didn't use the bolt-on slots. While we were building the Firebase real-time database, we just used the custom slots. But today I would love to use built-in slots. So I would use food in here, and then I'd say travel to country to eat food, or let's say move to country to eat food. This is just an example. So I'm trying to cover slots as well as integration of a database and sending all these data to my database. So I've done all of these and I want to build this model. So this is going to take some time. So by the time this gets built up, let's come back to our index.js. And also, if you're viewing me right now and if you think that this is a great stream and the content and all of this data is going to help you, I would love to see some of the thumbs up below this video, and I would love to see loads of shares, and I would love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah. So what I will do now is, so we created another slot that was food. So I would create, let's say, eat. This is a constant. And inside of this, so this is an async handler. So what's happening is here I am storing the name of the, so when I say, welcome to your list of countries or the launch phrase, you're gonna say, I want to travel to India to have biryani. So at this part, so the input intent handler is gonna capture the name of the country and the name of the food, and then it's gonna send it directly to our database. That's what we're trying to do in here. So I would alexa.getSlotValue handler input.request envelope, and I would add in food. Sorry. So that's the name of our slot, so it's going to be food in here. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to change the name of the collection to, let's say, wishes. And in here we can say, hello, where do you want to travel? And what would you eat in there? Okay, so this is just a basic IO skill that I'm trying to give you a demo of. And the speak output, I want to randomize the speak output, but before that, so the document structure, so the data that's going to go inside of your database would be inside of this await db.collection. So this is the name of your collection, and then you're adding the details of the documents inside of this part. So here you can add as many as details you wish to. So what we're gonna do in here is, so I will rename item to country, and this would be like this. And what's the other thing? Eats food. And this is gonna be eat. Okay. Now we can randomize this response, like when we're gonna say where do you want to travel. So I would say travel to USA to eat a burger. Then it's gonna give me an output. So I wanna have some random responses. So for that, what I'm gonna do is just go inside of this, and let's say I would create a reply which would contain some of the responses, like, oh, that's great. Okay. Perfect. I'm sure you'll have fun. Amazing. Safe travels. Just some of the responses that I wanted to randomize so that these come up randomly when I try to do a new response. And the next thing that I'm going to do is just create another, let's say, const response equals to, what's the name of it? Reply. And I'm going to do math.floor. I'm going to do math.randomize. Oh, sorry, math.random. And then I'm going to input, multiply it with reply.length. Okay, and this part I will change it to response. Just gonna be this. And if there's an error, then it's gonna say there was a problem adding the country. Adding the responses, let's say it was a problem adding the responses. I think that's correct, and we're gonna deploy this. Okay, so now we just did the part where we wanted to do some coding, but now it's important that we go and link it up with our database because we haven't done that yet. And I can see some nice number of viewers now. So just one word that I want to tell you is, if you really like this stream, and if you're thinking that this is going to be useful and this is great, then please do give me a like and just share this and subscribe to our channel if you're new. I will go to my console, Firebase console, and then I'll go to the settings, project settings, and I would move to service accounts. So service accounts are usually useful when you don't want to share the secret information about your account, but you want to just share the details so that someone else can use your account. So that's what a service account is. It's just to manage data leak and security leak and stuff. So in here you can hit on, so this is the Node.js part. So this is what you get. So what I'm going to do is hit on generate new private key. Okay, so that's the private key, and we will need this private key as well. So this is our private key, and what we'll do is copy the whole and paste it inside of Firebase JSON. Oh. Okay, so just want to deploy this just in case if I lose this, and then this is the part which is going to be useful, so we will use this. Now in our database we have a part which says that database URL, HTTPs, and database name.firebase.io.com. So this is not essential, but yeah, you can use this. Like, this is not necessary because you have your database URL directly generated from this part, and also this is secret. Do not share this with anybody. So it's just that I am streaming it now, so I just shared it to tell you how it's done, and I'm gonna delete it after. Patrick says, "Oi Sohini." Hi Patrick, thanks for joining in. I think I'm still having a lot of the connection issue, but I just said hi Patrick, thanks for joining in, and I'm so glad that I have so many of you today. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you have any questions, do ask me. So yeah, so we've done that, and so what I'm going to do is hit on index.js, and since I'm not using this, I would just comment this out and just deploy it for once, and just go to our testing console and turn it to on so that we can use it through our Alexa directly.
Playing from Sohini's MacBook Pro.
Okay. She was just... Alright, so... I'm not sure if the connection is better now. Can anyone confirm if you can see me, if the connection is better, or because I'm gonna be showing you the demo now. That's the fun part. Okay. Hey Britta, thanks for just hanging around still and not just leaving me. Alright, so I think now it's demo time. So we've done all that was needed. We've turned the testing mode to development, and then we can go to our Firestore database and begin with, what's the name of it? It's demo Firestore, and what was the... Okay, so I'm gonna say, Alexa, open demo Firestore.
Hello, where do you want to travel and what would you eat in there?
Move to India to eat biryani.
Perfect. I'm sure you'll have fun.
Okay, I think it was the first one, so maybe it didn't come up. We're gonna do it again. Okay, so this was the collection that we created. So it was wishes, and now we have India and biryani in here. So I'm gonna do that again. So can anyone tell me one of the famous dishes of your country and the name of your country? Let's do this. If my frames are dropping, I will just write down the chats. Tell me the name of your country and your favorite dish. I can see 3 of you in here with me now, so I would love to um, know about your country and one favorite dish. I would do that as a demo. So by the time you write that down, I will do another demo. Let's say move to, what else we got? Okay, so let's just open Alexa. Alexa, open demo Firestore.
Hello, where do you want to travel and what would you eat in there?
Travel to America to eat pasta.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, Patrick says Brazil. Alexa, open Cloud Firestore, and what's your favorite food?
Sorry, I don't know that, but I do have a skill you might like. It's called my favorite food.
Okay,
Want to try it?
so Patrick says, Alexa, stop. Okay, Patrick says it's pau de quijo. What is that, the pronunciation? Is it pau de quijo or it's what? Yeah, am I pronouncing it correct? Okay, let's try. Chicken biryani and idli. Okay, let's try both of these, all right? Alexa, open Cloud Firestore.
I found a few matches for that. Did you mean Cloud Quiz?
Alexa, stop.
All right.
Alexa, open Demo Firestore.
Hello, where do you want to travel and what would you eat in there?
Travel to Brazil and eat pau de quijo.
Perfect. I'm sure you'll have fun.
I'm not sure if that came up. Oh, that came up correct. I just said it. Yay. Patrick, did you see that? So I just I just pronounced it correct. So it took the name. Oh, that's so sweet. And now let's come to Brito's choice. Okay. So Alexa, open Demo Firestore.
Hello, where do you want to travel and what would you eat in there?
Travel to India and eat idli.
Perfect. I'm sure you'll have fun.
Okay, so yeah, so we have India and Italy. Oh, it took Italy. It should have been Italy. Okay, no worries. So we've got a couple of quick food and country in here. So I think my intention was just to give you all a demo of how you're picking up all of this data and how it's updating it inside of our collection in real time. So this is one of the great uses, this is one of the great skills when you want to just perform all these tasks real quick. And if you think this was amazing, I would love to see a tweet from yours, or I'd love to see you share this live stream somewhere on the social, and I would retweet that because I want to help this community grow along with you all. And if you're in here and if you think that this entire thing helped you, do not forget to hit a like on my video and share this with your friends, and also to subscribe. Is there anyone else around who would want to see the name of your country and their favorite food in here? I would pass that inside of my database for one last time. Is there anyone? Well, I'm not sure if I understand what Fiota means. Fiota means if I'm pronouncing that correct. Praveen says hi. Hey Praveen. Fiota. Okay. Alexa, open Demo Firestore.
Hello, where do you want to travel and what would you eat in there?
Travel to Brazil and eat feijoada.
Oh, that's great.
It took fajita. I didn't take because maybe I can just pronounce it correct. So yeah. Okay, Praveen says, yeah, we're doing the Firestore in here today. Praveen asks, which one do you think is better? Firebase Cloud Firestore or Firebase real-time database. So I think both of them have got a couple of great use cases. So it depends on depends on the application you're trying to build. So that is something that I was trying to cover when I started my stream. So I think when there's a situation when you have got a large database where you've got to perform batched operations, I think then the Cloud Firestore is an amazing example and a use case. Also, when you want to do querying and sorting and you want to do frequent querying, I think again Cloud Firestore is the answer. And also, if you want to store a structured document, then I think, yeah, like you can use the Cloud Firestore, because as you see, like we just sent in these two data. So this is basically the document, which is the details of this document. So it's the whole document, so you can store multiple documents inside of a collection. That is what you can do in a Cloud Firestore. But when you want to do these structured JSON trees, huge chunks of JSON trees, then I think the real-time Firebase database is the answer. So Praveen says he just finished his stream and he gave me a shout out. Thank you so much for the shout out. And I would want to say Praveen is here. He's an awesome React developer and he's been developing since years, and he's so awesome in building React projects. If you wanna learn about great React geeky cool projects, you can go to Praveen's channel and subscribe, and share this channel, watch his videos, and have fun. So yeah, I think I just added in a couple of documents with the country and food, and I think I utilized all of your favorite food and country. So that's all for today, friends. Thank you for being in there with me, Patrick. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all of you, for just being with me, staying with me, and participating, because your contribution is what that matters. I think thanks for participating. And if you think this is good, just share it in your socials. I would love to see those, because I want to help this community grow. And if you have any questions, you can ask me on the live chats now or after the stream on the comments below. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me using the below username, the username of my Twitter account. You can find me in there. Mr. Santosh Meher is asking how to retrieve data from Firebase. So where do you want to retrieve your data? So if you want to retrieve your data, you can do that as well. You can go to, I was reading something, you can go to the Firebase reads for Cloud Firestore. This is something that I was looking at. I think this would answer your question. So yeah, this is something that I was trying to look at. So this is how you can read the data from your from your Cloud Firestore inside of your Alexa skill, or whether that's a web application or anything like that. You can do that. And also you've got all these, you can use these as well. So when you want to get a single document, you can do this. When you want to do for multiple documents, then you can just paste this line. I think this is going to be handy and useful. And I was also planning to come up with a stream that would explain all these functionalities in detail. I would do that soon. It's just that I'm getting started and I'm just trying to find out what best I can do for you. So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Santosh. Yeah, Praveen, there's some issue with my, I don't know, the network. The network providers are not so good. They keep annoying me with bad internet. So that's the problem. Patrick sends me a tulip. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so these are the couple of stuff that I wanted to discuss today. Also, once again, if you're in here, just give me a like and do share this entire stream and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also take a screenshot of this amazing stuff and put it in your socials. I'd love to see them. That makes me smile and happy all the time. So yeah, I think that's all for today. So in the end, I would like to apologize for the poor internet, for any mistakes that I made today. And also, I would love to thank you all for staying with me and helping me understand how you're feeling and also participating with me. You're welcome, Mr. Santosh. I would love to see all of you again in my next stream. That's gonna be next Friday. Till now and then, have a great rest of your time. Have a great weekend. And once again, if you have any queries, if you have any doubts, just reach out to me on my Twitter handle, which is this Sohini below this thumbnail. And I will see you soon. Have a great weekend and bye-bye.